Hi, my name is Siya, and my topic was addressing bias in facial recognition technology through the use of nanosensors. The title of my research paper was Creating a More Equitable Face Recognition Landscape. I was interested in the field, so I wanted to see how the use of nanotechnology, specifically nanosensors, could help to mitigate the bias by advancing algorithms and seeing how nanosensors have been applied and have been successful in other fields. The problem has been that facial recognition technology exhibits a pronounced bias against women of color with a 35% error rate, contrasting sharply with its 99% accuracy rate among white males. In fact, FBI co-authored research states that the facial recognition systems are most inaccurate when detecting the faces of African American women and individuals of ages 18 to 30. Roughly 48% of Americans have had their photo in criminal face recognition networks as part of a perpetual lineup since law enforcement agencies are increasingly using staged driver's license and ID photo databases to conduct searches through their facial recognition systems. This entails that the inaccuracy rate can in fact misidentify criminals on demographic basis. Specifically, I wanted to do work by manipulating materials at the nanoscale to see how this could affect the detection and analysis of various facial features across diverse skin tones and lighting conditions. Looking at literary reviews, scientists at the American Chemical Society made a sensor using very small, specifically designed particles to detect harmful chemicals in the air and the water. And this sensor could be used to help improve safety and environmental monitoring. The same idea behind manipulating nanomaterials could be applied to improve other detection technologies like facial recognition technology. Nanotechnology embedded sensors integrated with artificial intelligence and machine learning have positively transformed the medical industry through efficient environmental monitoring and disease diagnosis. Similar concepts can be applied towards this topic. Nanotechnology has embedded the development of highly sensitive sensors capable of detecting minute changes in the environment. Nanosensors detect subtle changes in the environmental factors like temperature, humidity, and chemical composition. When integrated into facial recognition systems, they dynamically adjust for variables like lighting conditions, capture angle, and image quality, thus enhancing facial recognition accuracy and consistency. Nanosensor technology offers a solution to expand the spectral responsivity range of smartphone cameras for biomedical applications by converting UV or IR light to visible light using nanoparticle-based methods. Inclusive training, data integration, and facial recognition algorithms can mitigate bias by encompassing diverse skin tones and features with techniques like principal component analysis, aiding in reducing overfitting by refining high-dimensional datasets. And essentially, what this means is that it's making sure that the system doesn't get too focused on specific details and that it can recognize a wider range of faces more accurately. Facial recognition technology can be biased based on the data it's being trained on, leading to more inaccurate identification, particularly for certain demographics. Nanosensors could capture a broader range of facial data, including details beyond the visible spectrum. My results show that in the future, nanoparticles could revolutionize camera sensor technology, allowing for more accurate capture of facial details across different lighting environments. Enhanced nanosensors offer potential solutions to address biases inherent in facial recognition systems. Multispectral imaging expands the electromagnetic spectrum captured by sensors, including infrared and ultraviolet light, which helps mitigate bias caused by variations in skin tones. Additionally, hyperspectral sensing enabled by nanotechnology enables the detection of subtle variations in reflected light, potentially improving identification accuracy and identifying unique biological markers while being less reliant on superficial features like color values. The picture I've depicted on this slide shows the process of hyperspectral imaging, which is basically like which is basically where hyperspectures and which hypersceptures and analyzes information across numerous narrowbands within the electromagnetic spectrum, offering fine spectral resolution for precise identification and analysis of materials or substances. Through this research, I was able to get a deeper understanding of how nanoparticles can be used in the future to create more sensitive camera sensors that can capture facial details with greater accuracy under various circumstances. It was significant to see how nanosensors have already been helping in the medical field and how manipulations of these concepts can be applied to facial recognition technology. Nanosensors excel in detecting nuanced biological markers and environmental cues in medical applications, which can augment facial recognition systems. Once again, the research question was how we can address bias in facial recognition technology with the use of nanosensors. By allowing for greater precision with the use of nanosensors under various lighting conditions, we can reduce the impact of factors such as skin tone on recognition accuracy. Nanosensors could gather more comprehensive data about a person's facial features, including subtle nuances that may not be easily detected by conventional sensors. This could lead to a more diverse and representative data set, reducing the bias that stem from underrepresentation of certain demographics. Thank you so much. Now, covering my research experience overall with Gifted Gabber, I felt like the experience was very pivotal in helping me learn more about not only like my topic, but also in general how to write and become a better writer. I felt like the advice I received from these professors was not just general advice that they would give to every single one of their students, but it was very helpful because if I ever needed like a specific question answered, or if I ever needed help finding information that I wasn't able to find on Google, they were always there to be able to provide to me resources that were important in helping me research my topic. And if there was ever a time where I wasn't able to understand a specific idea or a specific way that I wanted to write something, I feel like I always had people that I could reach out to help me find information, to help me format things. And it was just very useful to be able to have this connection and this resource. And I feel like overall I was able to learn more about like the APA style of writing, citations, and just how to formulate a good research paper, learning about putting images into your research paper, how you have to make those yourselves, and how people who make research papers don't just take images from Google and put them in, but rather they're able to understand concepts more deeply, and how they're able to manipulate resources already given on Google in order to create their own media that reflects sentiments or reflects teachings that they're trying to portray through their research. And by attending these meetings under the nanosensor and creative writing professor, I was able to just learn so much about this whole process. I was able to learn so much about like proper citation techniques that I didn't know about before. And I think like the whole experience just made me understand, not only understand like nanotechnology better, but also understand how to form better papers, how to write better, how to make your writing not only more persuasive, but also simultaneously more objective, so that you're not exhibiting a bias in your research, but also that you're able to convince to readers your point, you're able to make connections between your sources and your own ideas. And by learning under these professors and the creative writing professor, I was just able to make these connections, format my research paper, follow the guidelines. And I feel like if I didn't have this connection, I wouldn't be able to do as well as hopefully I did. Once again, thank you for listening.